Greetings. It is I, Hermes, your guide. We're not journeying to the underworld of myth today. No, we're going somewhere far more treacherous, the abyss of the psyche itself. So welcome. Let's begin our descent into the true nature of the self. So our story, our little dark fable, it begins with a traveler, someone who could be you, who could be me. He's just seeking a sanctuary from all that noise inside. So he builds a life, a persona, this fortress of reason, all in an attempt to keep the door to his mind's basement firmly shut. I'll be your guide on this little catabasis, this journey downward. And every journey needs a map, right? Even one into the labyrinth. Here's ours. We'll start at the fortress, then meet a very uninvited guest. We'll gaze into a terrifying mirror, take part in a dark communion, and finally, we'll see about finding a new kind of home in the void. And here we are. Our journey begins inside this, the fortress of logic. This is our traveler's great achievement, a self-made prison designed to keep all the chaos out. Or so he tells himself. This fortress, this is the ego. It's that carefully constructed story we tell ourselves about who we are. You know the one. I'm virtuous, I'm in control, I'm coherent. But the thing is, its foundations are built on nothing, and its walls, as we're got to find out, are as brittle as dry sand. Yeah, a defense like that, it's never going to hold for long. As the walls of logic start to crumble, a shadow begins to fall. The traveler's world is about to turn completely inside out, because something, or maybe someone, has just arrived. But who is this intruder? Now get this. This isn't some stranger from a foreign land. No. This guest steps directly out of a mirror, a reflection our traveler didn't even know he had. And it doesn't arrive as an enemy. It arrives as horrifying, undeniable proof from within. This figure, well, the old analysts called it the uncanny double, the honest guest. It's the physical form of everything we've tried to bury, everything we've denied and pushed down into that basement. It's the familiar, suddenly made terrifyingly strange. Our traveler is just paralyzed. And can you blame him? The safe, cozy home he thought he'd built in his mind is suddenly revealed for what it really is, a haunted house. He's no longer at home in his own skin. The Germans have a fantastic word for this, unheimlich, unhomely. All right, we have to go deeper now, right into the heart of this confrontation. We're entering an obsidian temple inside the self, and we're about to witness how this single encounter shatters everything. Here, in the deepest chamber of the psyche, the traveler finds this symbol etched into the walls. It's a figure, unzipping its own skin. But not to reveal flesh and bone. Oh no, it reveals a mirror. And living inside that mirror is a stranger. And this is the great divide, isn't it? The ego we show the world is just a costume, a convenient story of virtue. But that hidden stranger, that's the true architect of our being. It operates on an ancient, unconscious rhythm that we can't ever hope to control. So what's the purpose of this double? Well, it's the physical manifestation of what Freud called the death drive, thanatos. It's this deep psychic pull back toward the stillness we came from. It's like a psychic scalpel, just cutting away all our illusions. It reveals that our so-called choices are often just mechanical, repetitive cycles. And it proves once and for all that the I is not the master of this house. Surviving an encounter like this isn't about defeating the double. You can't. It's about integration. And that requires a dark and very necessary ritual. So the traveler has to approach an altar, not one of divinity, but an altar of the self. And here, he has to perform a kind of inverted Eucharist. It's a communion, not with a god, but with his own darkness. He has to actually consume the very thing he's most afraid of. By consuming this bitter bread of the id, the traveler finally accepts a profound truth. The monster he tried so hard to lock in the basement, that raw primal energy of his own desires, it turns out it's the architect of his entire being. And this communion, it ends the internal civil war. That fragile fortress of the ego, it just dissolves. The shadow isn't something that's pursuing him anymore. It becomes a permanent, integrated companion to his soul. So, the traveler emerges from the temple, But listen, he is not healed. He is not fixed. He is fundamentally and irrevocably transfigured. Because he finally understands the ultimate truth. The conscious self, that I he so carefully protected his whole life, it was never the owner of the house. It was always just a guest, a temporary visitor in a building it didn't design and couldn't control. And now, he carries that abyss with him. He's no longer easily comfortable. And you know what? His very presence is unsettling to those who are still living inside their own fragile fortresses. He has become a living, breathing symbol of the uncanny. And so, as we return from our descent, I have to leave you with the very same question the traveler was forced to answer. Go on, take a look in the mirror. Who or what is the guest in your own house?